Greetings, programs, and welcome to another edition of Rampart versus LP Hockey. Here we go. I'm Mike. I'm going to be your host tonight. We're filming from the World Arena, which is apropos because the Olympics are starting this week over in Italy. So exciting times for us all here this week, being at the Olympic training facility. It's I don't know, I feel uplifted. But it's nice to have you joining us tonight, all two of you. So welcome. We are on the Olympic ice sheet. If you don't know the difference, the Olympic sheet is just a tiny bit bigger. And when I kind of hang in the air there on the tiny, it really isn't tiny. It's quite a bit bigger. We just watched the game here right before the one that we're about to play here, and that's why we're starting late, by the way. We're starting late because it is they had an overtime, so there it is. We're going to get started here in a minute. I'm going to go on mute for a second because I got to go adjust the camera. Looks like it adjusted down, so I'm going to go fix that. So I'll be back with you just in a moment, all right? Hey, I think we're good. Okay, folks, back with you. I had to run over and adjust the camera a little bit, and I think we're better off than we were. This is a terrible place to film. There is just no good spots at all. I might try where it is right now, and I might shift in the second period. We'll see, but we're going to be there for now. So welcome to another round of LP hockey. We're coming off of a terrible loss yesterday. Terrible. We played Grandview last night. We were on board with it. You saw what happened last minute. Just when teams like that, when things like that happen in the last minute of a game and you are on the losing end of the equation, it is painful. And I would dare say that we had the better of them the entire game. The shot differential was extreme. We just couldn't get it in the back of the net. So let's see if we can do something better tonight against this Rampart squad. We're playing Rampart. I'm going to tell you about the school. I'm going to tell you about the weather. I'm going to tell you about the Olympics. I'm going to tell you about our in-focus player of the game tonight. I'm going to give you a little bit of history. I'm going to give you a little bit of flavor. We're going to have some fun together. So thanks for joining us tonight from wherever you are. And it's great to have you. And we didn't hear just a few minutes ago, we are on the Olympic sheet at World Arena. Olympic sheet's quite a bit bigger than the regular sheet. So finding open ice is going to be a little bit easier. I do not know, do not ask me why the Olympic sheet is bigger than the standard sheet. Don't know, don't get it, don't understand, didn't ask, have no idea, but that's what we're doing. I am standing on the north end of the arena, and it is like a country mile to the other end of the arena. This is quite a bit bigger, so you don't play in here very often. I think this might be the only Olympic sheet in all of Colorado. I could be mistaken, but this is the one in our backyard right here in Colorado Springs, and this is an official Olympic training site right here. And the Olympics, of course, is starting this week over in Italy. Something to look out for when you watch the Olympic Games, especially hockey. They're getting some pain and suffering over there because of the choice in usually it's called a jumbotron, but they went mini. They got a Minitron. So when you watch the hockey games over there for this round of the Olympics, look for their Minitron. They're getting a lot of not so good feedback on that. But our boys are out there warming up. We've got 2 minutes left. We're starting a little late tonight because there was an overtime right before this. Another couple of high schools were out there, and they ended up in a tie. But it was great. This arena is interesting. They've got a whole bunch of banners, which I can't read because I'm standing on the back side of them. And they've got a whole bunch of banners hanging from the ceiling of all the Olympic exploits, I'm sure, that have occurred over the years. They got them hanging up there. They've got 1, 2, 3, 4 curling courts. They practice curling here. So they've got curling here on the floor. Maybe that's why they make it a little bit bigger, so they can work in another lane. I'm gonna have to look that up. But anyway, our boys are out there warming up. Vaughn's in the goal, and I'm hoping for a better result. I want to run up the score. Let's see a 20-0 thing. Solid recovery is what I want. Solid. We do have a new player joining the team tonight. His name is Bennett. Bennett, I hear he's number 38. I'm looking for him out there. Colin gave me a heads up before the game. I don't see him. Maybe he isn't going to join us. Oh, there he is, right over there. 38. So somebody to put your eyes on tonight. That's the first game tonight that he's joining us. 38, Bennett. So nice to have you, Bennett. Otherwise, I think we're going to be looking at the same crowd. Our boys played really well last night. They really good. The score at the end did not reflect what actually happened on the ice. A lot of shots. A couple of penalties, but nothing egregious. I think that the penalties were sharing. I think they pulled the trigger on that in a not so good way. If only we had replay at this level, but it was we had the upper hand that entire game. We just couldn't get it through the traffic, and what the other team did is they crammed the crease with all bodies. That was their strategy. It was clear, and you just couldn't get it through the traffic. The only way that you could do that is to send a guy in there as like a wrecking ball and wipe him off the court. But that didn't happen, and we came out on the losing side of that equation to Grandview. They went home victorious. Tonight is Rampart. They're wearing some yellow skull helmets, and they're wearing white. They come into this game, not so great record, 1-12. So they're not having a great season, but nonetheless, they're here. They got, it looks like a full squad. They're down there bunched up at the end. So we are in a holding pattern for them. We got the sticks up. Let's get that cheer done and let's get going here. We're late. 17 minutes is on the board. We're going to have the announcement of the starting players, which is going to take forever because the extra footage that's up here. This is a lot bigger, I'm telling you. But we're getting introduced first, and then they're going to get the Rampart squad because they're the home team here. And our starting lineup tonight is Clark Barr. We got Moore going to take there. We got Britton getting the start. We got Jones, Black, and of course in the goal we got Vaughn. That isn't Vaughn. That's Jameson. Jameson. Number 44, Jameson, is getting the start tonight. That's exciting. Go Jameson. Now they're introducing the Rampart. I don't know what their mascot is. Have no idea, but we'll find that out through the course of the game. Hopefully you're able to see things. Again, the way that things are set up here for filming, there's you can't see it, but there are these giant pillars that are doing its job. We don't want them to fail because that's holding up the roof, but they're in the worst part. I mean, they're just right in front of the stands. I mean, they didn't think about the fans at all in this place. Okay, we're going to have the national anthem. I'm going to be quiet, and we're going to have the national anthem. So join us. Stand up and be patriotic. The #1 song in America for hundreds of years running. I feel uplifted, especially given it Olympic week. All right, we got 4 zebras running wild tonight. Looks like the same crew from last night. We got the bearded man. I know he was calling the game last night, and then we got a handlebar mustache man out there. The other 2 just got regular. But I can see the mascot name on the back of the Rampart squad. They are the Rams, which makes sense. They got the yellow buckets, so that makes sense now. Okay, our Rangers are charging to the center. They're swirling around. I think they're ready. We're getting a couple of pucks that were stuck in the goal out of the way. Clark's excusing those extra equipment items. Gets it up in the crowd and gets it out of there almost. Everybody's banging on the side of the boards. They want it. Yeah, they're ready. Finally, we got the puck out of there. The zebras are in place, the players are in place, and here we go. Everybody's still banging. Okay, we are now underway. I'm going to call a game here because it's going to be hard for you to see, but Rams are going to get a shot, and Jameson knocks that down. Turnover in a bad place. Just trickled to the Rams. That goes to the end board. Black's going to push that up, and he's going to go all clear down the icing. It takes a month to get down here because it's so far. But that's an icing. The starting lineup is no more on the ice. They're getting replaced by a whole new fresh set of legs, 21 seconds in. They must have been really tired. All right, we got time. We got Gallagher. I can't see who's over there. They're already crunched down, so I'll call it here in a second. Drop the puck, Zebra. Okay, here we go. That's 18. Bradley, here we go. Bantow, our spotlight player of the game last night. He's got the puck. He works it back to the line. Time works it down to the center. Shot opportunities just kind of crept through the crease there. No shot. Now we're going to get one. Bantow tees one up, but it goes stick side, and the keeper shut that off. Still working around there. That's clear down the other side. I need binoculars. Still shipping around, bouncing around. Now here come the Rams the other way. He's going to do a jump and chase. That goes back to Time. Picks that up. Now he's looking for an outlet pass. Nobody there, so he does a cross-ice pass to a breaking Gallagher. Zebra's in my way. That goes all the way down in the end for an icing. 15:43 on the clock. We get 17 minutes for 3 times. See who's going to be the victor. All right, here we go. We got Saber, Moore, Sass, Black, and Sheriff. Everybody's lined up. The Rams are creeping into place. Let's see what this line can do. Saber's going to give chase for that on the far side boards. He escapes his stick, but Sharon's there to pick it back up. He pushes it into the zone. Lifts it down. Saber's going to try to block that outlet pass. It goes out over the line, so they got to escape for a second. Touch up. Now they're going to go back in and try to do the forecheck action. Sass has got it. It's got it to Saber. Oh, he gets it. It's a pad save right there. But good play nonetheless. Sass found Saber. There's a shot. Goes off the blocker. Sass is picking it back up. Working it to center. Saber gets a shot off. Now he gets a steal. Drops it back to the point. Black's going to be there to keep it in. Chips it over to Sharon. He vaults it up, and it looks like it leaked out. But nice little flurry of activity down there on the offensive end. By the way, I was looking at things before the game. There's a net here, and it goes almost all the way around, certainly over by the fans. But there's a 2 or 3 inch gap between the bottom of the net and the top of the board. So if you're not paying attention, you might have a dental visit ahead of you. All right, Rams are going to pull this down. Centering pass goes right through to a player that was breaking through the crease. Nobody picked him up. So that was a dangerous play. Ram gets shoved against the boards and pulled off of the puck. Now Clark's going to work it down. The ref decides to get in the way. Get out of the way, man. Refs, I tell you, man, the bane of your existence some nights. Britton's going to try to get that through to Clark. Does so. Now he's giving chase. Our boys really aren't connected just yet. But at least they're spending a little bit more time on the offensive end. A couple of Rams are putting their sticks to it. No shot. Here goes Britton. He's going to get some speed down the near side boards. Still working. He puts it on the keeper. Juicy little rebound there, but he couldn't put it home. It takes about 5 minutes to go all the way down the rink. I tell you, it's a really big rink. I don't know why they do this. I'm going to have to look that up. Had I known we were going to play on the Olympic sheet, I would have looked it up beforehand. That would have been a good data point for us tonight, especially with the Olympics starting this week. Clark's got it. Walks behind the keeper. Black's got it. He's going to pop it over to Moore. He gets a shot off and it vaults over to the corner. Bantow's going to work that player and the puck. Simultaneous. He's still giving chase. It goes around far side. Chips up and over the glass for a timeout. Gives me an opportunity to come over here and get a slug of H2O. It says that the connection here is excellent. I'm not so sure. I am going to move the camera at the start of the second period. We're going to film from the end because that camera angle is B-A-D bad. I'm telling you. All right. Okay, Sharon's got it. He's working through a massive amount of traffic, chips it over. Wasn't able to put it in. I think that's Sharon. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that is Sharon. Yep. Now they're going to drop back. Here come the Rams. Going to put it back to the player. Now Saber's got it. Saber, by the way, is our in-focus player of the game. I'm going to reveal that little secret for you. Now it's coming down the end boards. Moore is going to give chase. That's an icing. So we're going to get a tag up of personnel. Fresh legs. And so we got time. Britton, Clark, and Bradley. Looks like Gallagher's down there too. Jameson's doing well in the keeper. Bouncing around. Who wants it? Chipping to it. It went off the pad of the keeper. Given the extra size of this rink, nice little shutdown there by Jameson. He picked that up, no problem. What I was going to say is that given the extra size, keepers are able to see and get prepared more. Maybe that's why they did it. Lower scoring games. Who knows? But here we are nonetheless on the Olympic sheet. This is our first game on an Olympic sheet this year. Rams are trying to get that through the center. Unsuccessful in doing so, so it's going to break out the other way. Jones is going to push that down the near side boards. Goes right past the puck, though. Leaves it there. Bradley, good move keeping that in. He dumps it to the corner. Jones gets slammed against the boards. Nothing he can't handle. And out it comes. This Rams team, I'm looking at the colors a little bit here. It's a slow developing team on the play. That's my assessment early on. We'll see how it goes. Nice little play there by Bradley to work it up to Bantel. He's going to get a shot off. Nice little shot, but the keeper again got all the time in the world to get ready for it. Maybe that's why they did it. I'm just speculating here, but the smaller size arena means they can put more seats into a stadium, which means more hot dogs and beers get sold. That's my thinking. Somebody had a brainiac marketing moment. Okay, Moore works that back to Black, who shoves it down the near side boards. Bailey's there. He's going to try to push it ahead. Does so. Gets it in the zone, so it's a dump and chase action. The puck is down there behind the keeper. Nice little shot by Moore, low trajectory, laser beam it. Again, it's pad save. That must be like 20 now. He got a trip, no call. Goes center ice. Big dump and chase goes right on the keeper. You have to pay attention. Sabres there. Works it to Sass. Now he's looking for an outlet. Gets it through Sharon. Nice little play there, and he scores. Sass worked it over to Sharon, who was breaking through the crease, and he got 2 shots off, and he put the second one home. So we're on the board 1-0 at 10 minutes 30 seconds. Nice little play there. Open it up. Misdirection. So Sharon gets the first point of the game. Nice job, Rangers. Woo! Outstanding. Same lineup there. Saber's going to go down. Goes over to the corner, pass it to Sharon again. He gets another shot off. Could have gotten the second one, but that goes up into the netting. Nice little play there by Saber. Guys are straddling the wall. They want to come out, so they push their agenda and they get it done. They close the deal. They get ice time. I am going to change the camera angle. That's a 2 on a 10 scale. I'm going to fix that. All right. In exactly 10 minutes. Or not exactly, because it's going to take a little bit more time. Bradley's got it. Pops his shot off. Gets tripped as a result. Nice little keep in by Time. Bradley gets into his position. So we got Bennett. We got some first minutes by Bennett. Look for his number, 18. That's his, not 18, I'm sorry, 28. 38. I'll get there. So look for him. He's right down in the front there. First game for Bennett. Thanks for joining us tonight, Bennett. It's nice to have you. Nice little move there, and the hand goes up on a penalty. Nice little move there to get past Luke. Luke pulled his stick out, and he says, I'll trip you instead. So he's going to go to the box for a couple of minutes to think about that. But, you know, it's probably a good play. Kid was breaking out, so put a stick out there, and he said store's closed. Jameson's still doing a great job in the net. Good job, Jameson. And now we're going to be 4-on-5 hockey. Let's see how we do on the penalty kill here. I'm sure we've got a sponsor for this somewhere, but I don't have my paper out. So I'm going to say go all sponsors. For everybody that sponsors this team, really appreciate your support. Hockey ain't cheap. We need your support. So I'm going to call two of you out on the next power play or penalty kill. Get a 2 for 1. That's going to go the distance for some seconds to spill off the clock. We've already spilled 30. Another minute and a half and we'll be full strength. Nice little play by Britton to kind of shut that off. That gets shoved back into the zone for some more second kills. A couple of guys are going to get a breather. Here comes Sharon and Saber. Sabers harasses at the line and gets that moving the other way. Not much of a power play here by the Rams. Sabers looking for an outlet. He shoves that all the way down. Dump and chase. Our boys are still changing. Hand is up. Looks like we're going to get another penalty. Nice. Sharon's waving that down. So now it's going to be 3-on-2, 3-on-5. How about that? This is our first test of the game. 3-on-5 is, well, it's tough, but our boys can handle it. Okay, I'm trying to get our sponsor sheet out here. Bear with me. All right, there we go. I'm going to call out a couple here. Cat Wagner Rents. You know, Cat Rental Store, your authorized Caterpillar dealer serving Colorado Springs since 1976. Heavy equipment rentals, construction machinery, and superior customer service for any job site challenge. Thank you for your support, Caterpillar Rents. Shot goes wide. Got 3-on-5 hockey here, which is very challenging. But the Rams see what they can do with it. They work through there. He's going to work at center, and that gets a goal into the back of the net. Too significant for our boys to stop that. He shoot one player, working through the crease, and got a shot off that went past Jamison. That's going to spill one guy out of the penalty box. And we'll still have another one in there for a minute 26. So 3-on-5 hockey proves to be too much. 1-1 is the score. 7 minutes and 37 seconds left on the clock in the first period. Don't want to have that. The penalty hurt us. Indeed. All right, so we got 4 skaters out there. Let's not test the waters of that anymore. 3-on-5 is too much. I wonder if it's ever been where there's been 2 guys out there. Battle of 5. What's happening there? Gotta mind the manners when you get 3. All right, Britton's gonna pull that down the boards, and he's gonna do a dump and chase. 1 minute left on the penalty. I didn't see the second penalty. It was clear on the other end, and that's like an ice age play. Looked like a penalty there, but no call. Kid got upended, so shoves that down. 45 seconds left on the clock for the penalty. Here comes Sass and Black spilling over. Time's going to get out there for some ice time. 30 seconds left. Turnover. Sass has got it. Nobody there to pass it to, so he's just going to drop some time, works it back to the line. Black just dumps that back into the corner, spills some more time. Sabres got it. He tried to shove it center, but it goes wide. Clear down for an icing. 11 seconds left on the clock in the penalty kill. 6 minutes on the clock for the first period. Let's tell you about the weather. It's like summer here. It's been this is the strangest winter ever. It's not been winter, it's been, it may have been 60 degrees outside today. I don't know, but it was nice. So, a lot of outdoor activity was had. All right, that gets dropped. Jamison pokes that over to the side of the net. Sabres going to drop back to try to chip that up the boards. Not able to do so. Now he's able to get it out. Now he's going to give chase. Sharon's there with speed. Drags it too far, and it works back through the crease, but no shot on goal. He had some good speed, but no flavor at the end. Black's going to work that through the zebra that's blocking his way. Sabres got it. He's chipping it around. Still got it. He gets tripped. No call. Sharon's going to work it through a massive amount of traffic. There are 20 people in there. Drops it center. Works off a Sabre stick. Goes right over his stick. Bouncing around. He was leaning too hard. Bounced right over his stick. That's going to pop back to the line. Luke keeps that in. Sabre's going to come for a line change. 5 minutes left on the clock. Sharon's still out there. Luke's got it. He's going to roll it over the line. Nice little juke there, but loses the handle nonetheless. There's Bantel giving chase. We're back to 5-on-5 hockey, by the way. That gets shoved all the way in for an icing. There we go. One to one is the score. 5 minutes on the clock against a 1-12 team. That's not a great record. You got to wonder what's going on there. Maybe they had a lot of players sick. Who knows? Hurt players. Never can tell. Nice move to get it over to open ice. Moore's going to break that up. Cross-ice pass for a breaking Gallagher. Nice move. Gets wiped out. Hand is up, so we're going to get a penalty on that. Nice shot. Goes right to the belly button. The hand is up. Gallagher drew a penalty, so we're going to go on the power play. We'll take it. Maybe they'll drop another one into the net. Into the thing. Let's call out Shields. Shields, I tell you, they have come into the area, and they are a cornerstone for a lot of great things. And they're one of our sponsors. I want to call them out. It's an employee-owned sporting goods superstore. If you've never been to a Shields, put it on your list. It's mind-blowing. They've even got a Ferris wheel, a reef in there. It's phenomenal. It's really fun, and bring your wallet because some money is going to escape your wallet for sure. Promise. But they're a great sponsor. They're a one-stop shop for sports, outdoor gear, and everything in between. And it's true. They got everything. Okay, so thank you, Shields. And I want to call out one more. Yeah, let's stop it there because they're figuring out some things. I want to see what's going on. There's a discussion that's going on over there at the scorer's table. Oh, they're having a hard time putting the penalty on the board, it appears. There it is. 2 minutes has been awarded that errant player. And let's see what we can do about capitalizing on this. We've got Bradley Sabre. Sabre's getting the, no, that's Britton. Britton got the puck drop. Sabre's back there on the blue line. Sharon's got all the time in the world. There goes a shot off the blocker. Oh, bad bounce. Very bad bounce. Weird bounce off the board there. Sabre's got it. He's going to dump it over to Bradley, who breaks and gets it. Goes off the Toyota Dasher, passes it back to Sabre, chips it up to Sass. He's going to take it in for a shot, goes way high. But we're still in the zone. Sharon's there. It's chipping around. High stick. That's going to get whistled every time. Sass reached up with a stick and poked it out of the sky. You can't do that. But it's not a penalty. It's just a, hey, don't do that. Comes clear down the other end. Okay, there's the puck drop. Goes to Moore. Works it through the center of the crease. Dangerous pass, but nobody picked it up. Clark's got it. He's going to go stick side and gets a shot off. And that gets a glove save. I tell you, that's a lot of saves for that kid down there. Thanks for joining us wherever you are. In the state of Colorado, in the USA, across the world, throughout the solar system and the galaxy. It's great to have you. We beam our tune out to everybody, and we hope that even some aliens are becoming fans. We want everybody to root for the LP squad. 1-1 is the score. Moore's going to tee up a shot. That goes way wide. The boys are having a hard time this game, too, scoring. A lot of scoring opportunities, but they just can't work it past that keeper. That kid gets lifted into the boards. That should have been a boarding all day long. That was a stick in the back, and that was a penalty. Missed. Totally missed. Zebras are not doing us any favors. The Zebras are talking about it over there, too. A couple of them are gathered together. They're motioning. That should have been a penalty, for sure. What a weird bounce. Clark Barr's got it. He's going to go in. That gets vaulted somewhere, and finally the whistle. Zebras were laughing about that play that was clearly missed. So what I'm going to do for you at the second period, I'm going to pull this this camera down to the north end of the rink, and you're going to see it long ways. There's just no way to accurately film this, so hopefully this will be a better view for you. I know you can't see a damn thing right now, so I apologize. There's some people hollering. Here comes a breakout, and that gets pushed over the top bar. Bradley's got it, pops it over to Time. There's Bennett getting some minutes. Turnover, block, save. Nice little save by, and then our player gets wiped out. Helen took one on the back. Rams are showing some flavor here. All right, it's over here. We got a minute and a half left in this period. That goes over Helen's stick. And that playing right in front of me. Helen hits it. He pops it up over the, tries to anyway. Can't clear the zone. Time pops it over there. Turnover the other way. Luke's got it. There's some weird bounces going on this this rink. The yellow board at the bottom is kind of giving up some strange passes. Centering pass goes to Rams. He's going to tee up a shot, and it's going to go right in. That was a turnover right to the Rams player, and they pop it home. Shake it off, James. Shake it off. So Rampart is up as we're going to get our last minute in the first period here. The Rams are up 2-1. That was a turnover in a very unfavorable place, and kid teed that up, and just that was pretty nice and true shot. Went right past Jameson and in the back of the net. Britton's got it. Works it to Clark. That goes way up into the net. Still stuck up there. Everybody's looking up at it. And it's higher than the rim of a basketball goal. It's going to sit up there. Maintenance man's going to have to get a ladder out to fix that. 45 seconds left on the clock in the first period. 2-1 Rampart. That's the score. That drops back to the blue line. Black's got it. He dumps it over to Moore. Back to Black. He's going to tee up a shot through massive traffic. Rampart's doing the same thing that Grandview was doing. Moore gets a shot off, but it goes into traffic like all the Grandview players were doing last night. They just put a bunch of, they just stack them like cordwood down there on the crease. There's like 20 guys in there. You can't get a shot through. Black's got it again. Nice little shot there. The keeper swirled over, pushing and shoving. Boys are going to be boys. Britton was getting tossed back and forth. Okay, we got the Sabre, Sharon Sass, and Luke Line. They're going to come out for the last 14 seconds of the period. See if we can't get a shot off here. That would be nice. And once again, we've had the upper hand, but we just can't get it into the back of the net. And that's no matter what sport you're playing. That's the name of the game. You got to get points on the board. Sharon rifles one to the right side of the cage. That's going to pop down for icing with 3 seconds left. Sabre's talking to the Zebra. And we got 2 seconds, 1, that's it. So there's your first period. We're going to go into the locker room down 1 point. Let's see what happens here in the second period. I'm going to go on mute while I move the camera, so you're going to get to see that happen. And let's see if I can get you some better view. I will try. Thanks again for joining us from wherever you are, and we'll be back here in a minute, all 11 of you. All right? I'm going to go get this camera. Watch it move. Okay, we got things set back up, and we're on the north end of the arena. I hope this is better, because I tell you that angle over there was terrible. I am sorry about that, but I'm an innovator. Innovator died, so I am going to try this angle instead. A single Zamboni is out there doing its work. We had two right before this game because it ran into overtime, and let's see if this paint is better. I'm gonna watch this and see. But, yeah, back to the Zamboni doing its work. It takes twice as long, so maybe that's why they have the other Zamboni out there. Hope our boys can get their stuff together. They had a tough offensive end again, just like last night with Grandview. Our boys just cannot find a way to get it past the keepers. They do everything else right. They get out of the defensive end, they go through the neutral zone, they get down to the offensive end, and then it's trouble time. So hopefully things will drift in a better direction. Like 3 or 4 more swipes, and we were going to have our boys come out of the locker room. And this is a nice arena, by the way. It's got some age on it, but still, it's a really nice facility. Got to hand it to the people who designed this place, other than the fan area, and I don't know. It's a good place. All right. Let's see what we can talk about now. I'll tell you about Rampart a little bit. How about that? Rampart High School. It's in Colorado Springs, of course. Established in 1983. That's a long time ago. A land far, far away. Academy School District. Oh yeah, I know where this is. I went by this high school one time when they were out. The band was out on the field practicing. I know exactly where Rampart is. Okay, I'm not describing it very well, so I'll just say it's in the heart of Colorado Springs. It's right near Discovery Canyon. Yep. Let's see here. Offers a comprehensive range of academic programs, including AP courses. Athletics program, integral part of the Colorado High School Activities Association. They do have they have a lot of sports going on in there, and I saw it firsthand with their band. A lot of graduates go on to the military. Interesting facts. It's earned College Success Award. Success preparing students for college. Good stuff. They offer, on most sports, they have a JV and a varsity. And the boys hockey team, they have a dedicated program. The team competes, obviously, at the 4A level. I don't think that they have any other teams that are spilling into their program. It's a pretty big school there at Rampart. But they've got a lot of history and a lot of success over time. I'm going to ask this guy. Hang on. Hey, couldn't hear me. Somebody came over to check the score there, so he's keeping score for me while I am calling the game. Oh, let's see. I'm going to tell you about Colin Saber too. He's our in-focus player of the game. We're going to spotlight him for the rest of the game here. And let me tell you about him. And I know him pretty well. I've known him his whole life. He lives in my house. So, he wants to, he said at the very beginning of the season, we polled all the players and we had them answer questions. So, this is some of the stuff he gave us at the front end of the season. He said he wants to lead the team in goals. So, he's still working on that. Team goals, he wanted to win the conference. and win a playoff game. Of course, we went to the playoffs the first round last year. Had a tough time. But there's some stalwart teams up there in Denver. Man, they just have a lot of talent up there, especially on the southern end of the city, down there in the Highlands Ranch area. Holy cow. Okay. Desired role on the team, he wants to be someone to be approachable, able to talk about anything, whether it's family, school help, or anything. Leadership qualities for a team captain, someone that checks on people, checking on grades, someone followable, someone that gets people ready for games. His playing experience, he's been skating since he's like 4. So yeah, I was there when it happened. We took him to an outdoor holiday room, and we couldn't get him off, and we said, well, maybe there's something there. So we took him and got him and learned to skate and learned to play hockey, and it's been on ever since. Earliest members, parents have me skate there. He mentioned the outdoor rink. Yep, been hooked ever since. Favorite hockey moment, winning Silver Sticks and playing on the Silver Sticks International Tournament up in Canada. They got to go to Niagara Falls. Very cool experience. Let's see, favorite NHL player, Matthew Tkachuk. He's just a superstar. If you've never seen him play, man, he is fluid. In-game routine and ritual. Tape stick before every game. After it's taped, nobody can touch the sticks. Okay. He wants to get a playoff spot. That's what he's gunning for. Okay, so that's Colin Sabert. He's number 14, so keep your eye on number 14 tonight. We put the spotlight on him, and let's see what he can do in the second period. If he wants to score goals, now's a good opportunity, good time to do it. Coming out of the locker room, down 1 point, 2-1 is the score. Coaches just walked past me, so they're in position. I don't see any players yet. I can see him bunched in the locker room door. No zebras either, so we can't do anything without the main ingredients. We require main ingredients now. We got the scoreboard, we got the music, we got the coaches. We got an open sheet of ice. Zebras and players, please. Some Enter Sandman going on. That's nice. Okay, I'm going to be watching this see, here come the zebras. I'm going to see if this shows better. I certainly hope so. You couldn't see a damn thing from where it was over in the stands. I apologize for that, but there are not really any good spots here. There is something that's pretty cool that's over there set up. It's a really expensive unit. Looks like a flying saucer. It vaults up on this giant long stick, and what it does is it tracks player time on the ice. So that's set up over there. That'd be nice to have, but that's not the budget, because those things are way expensive. You have to rob the bank to get one of those. Okay, here come the teams. The Rams are going to switch sides, as are the Rangers, and the Rangers are going to be coming at us. Okay, looks like things are swiveling here. Our AI agent that mans the camera is doing a good job so far, so let's see if this is a better view. By the way, I'm going to get you up there. Let's move into it. All right. Thanks for joining us wherever you are, and we've got somebody on from Bangor, Maine. Look at that! Whoever you are from Bangor, Maine, it's great to have you. Great to have you on the Ranger Network. Okay, Britton takes the face off and he loses it immediately. Goes Rams' way for a breakout. That gets shoveled over to Jameson, covers that down. Nice little play by the Rams. He picked that up and he worked down for a solo effort. All right, here comes Bantow and Bailey Gallagher. That lineup there got a full 99 seconds on their shift. Nice. They must be really tired. Long shift for those guys. Okay, that's going to chip out to Gallagher, who's going to run it down on a solo effort. He's going to take a shot. Goes to 5-hole. Not successful. Now the play is right in front of us here. That's going to swivel back. Nice little shot there. Turnover. It goes the other way. Got a couple of good shots so far. I hope that you're enjoying this angle. It's, you know, a little bit better, but it's up against the glass. You're going to see the post in the glass. Here comes Moore. He's going to work it in. He gets a shot off. It chips over the glass. That goes right through the crease. Wow. That was behind the keeper. It's chipping on the boards. Still in the zone for a moment, then it goes out. Zebra's in my way, so I got to shift right here. The boys are in the zone, and there's the whistle, and we're going to get a line change. Sharon, Black, Saber, time. Bradley, that's your lineup right there. Bearded Zebra's got it. He's going to do the puck drop, it seems. Circling the position, Saber's going to go for the face-off. Zebra's right in the way, making sure that everybody's in line, and that goes back the other way. Bradley does a good job keeping that in. Saber's there. He's looking for an outlet. Tries to shove it backhand to Sharon, who was breaking through the crease. Couldn't get it through. Sharon's got it. Looking for an outlet, but no outlet. That's going to drop back to Bradley. Saber's got to tag up. Does so quickly. Now he's giving chase. Very big Ram player here. Sass shovels that out for just a second. Sharon's going to go do a stick lift. Nice little play there. That gets shoved back to time. Everybody's got to tag up. They do so. A couple more weird bounces by the yellow board. Saber's got it. Sharon lost the handle. It wasn't Saber, it was Sharon. Off the boards it goes, gets chipped in. Now Sharon's going to work back. Saber's breaking through the center. Couldn't hit him. Saber's still on the back post. Now he's going to go and chase it down. He's got somebody breaking through the middle. Nice pass for a score. Saber picked that up off the inboard and he poked it to Britton, who was working in on breaking through the crease, and he shoves it home. Excellent teamwork there. Good stuff. Saber gets an assist and Britton gets a goal. Now we're square. Great little play there. Saber didn't give up. Went and picked it up and he poked it to Britton. Britton said, "I'll take that." And he shoved it home. Great stuff. 2-2 is the score. 14 minutes left in the period. Man, I am uplifted. Here comes Moore. He's going to chase this down. No, that's Clark Bar. He's going to come over here and pick it up. Working it through traffic. Then he gets held up in traffic. Nice little shot. Goes right off of the face mask of the keeper. Black keeps it in. Britton's got it. Oh, it's our goal scorer. Chips over, and here comes another shot. That goes right to the chest of the keeper. The keeper's not a large-sized human. He is, he's pretty short for keepers. But he's still doing it. He's had a lot of saves tonight, so hats off to that kid. He's number one, too. Grandview last night, their keeper was number one. Okay, 2-2's the score. Second period. Shot. No rebound. That's one thing that kid's doing is he's not giving up any rebounds. That's what you want to be as a keeper. No rebounds. That should be a stat. It's tracked. Why is it? Try to bring that to life. That tries to go through traffic, goes off the side of the net. Looking for an outlet. Pokes it over to Bantow. Couldn't get it to Bailey. He was standing in the middle. Nice little keep in there. Goes center, but Ram player pokes that down the far side boards. The time works it up. Now they're going to go through the neutral zone. Chip, hands up. Hand is up for the icing. Looked like a chip to me in the center there, but not so. Here comes Sharon Saber, Moore, Black, and Sass belching over the boards. And log some 1 minutes. I know you can't see things way the heck down there, so you're going to rely on my call, but man, the other angle was just bona fide terrible. I might go clear down the other end, give you that vantage point. Nice little pass by Saber. Pokes it to Sass, who's going to go center. Nice little shot, goes off the pad. Centering pass, nobody home. Now Moore's got it. Gets it over to, tries to get it to Saber, couldn't do it. Now it's right in front of us. It's going to loop around and out. That escapes the zone. Black couldn't get over there to keep it going out of the zone. Saber can't reach it. There's icing. Same line for the most part. Moore's coming over. He looks a little tender. I hope he's all right. There goes Luke. Just trying to shake that player. Just takes out a Zebra. That goes all the way down. Sharon was there, but they blew the whistle. If that happened in the NHL, that play would have continued because Sharon would have been there first. That's how they do that. You can ice it in the NHL, but you got to be there first. All right, Saber, Sass, and Sharon go back out there. No line change. They thought they were going to go line change. 13 minutes on the clock in the second period here. Sharon's showing some speed here. So is Saber. Oh, that just goes just wide. Nice little move there. Sharon beat the keeper, but he couldn't tap it home. Saber was breaking down. That was a 2-on-none. Nice little play there. Sharon did a juke, and he worked it past the keeper. He just couldn't tap it home. Now he's coming down again. This is another chance, and same result. Same result. That keeper's going side to side on him. Now Sass is going to get a shot off, and that almost goes in. It almost trickled in. That's going to go clear down for an icing. A couple of shots by Sharon. Could have passed it at the last second for a tap home both times, but he kept it, did a backhand shot, and neither one of them went home. Sharon's showing some pretty good speed, though. 2-2's the score. A little bit more than 12 minutes left on the clock here. Shot! Just, why did that not go in? I don't know how that didn't go in. That was a laser. That's boarding all day long. That kid is hurt. Jones shoved him into the board, and he's going to go in for a 5-minute timeout. That's going to hurt. I hope this guy is okay. He got slammed into the boards, and coach is walking out, but I know this player. That's Hall. He's a good player. I hope he's all right. Shake it off, son. He got boarded big time. Zebras are gathered together there, and they're going to talk about it. And I'm pretty confident we're going to see 5 minutes go on the board. Come on, shake it off, Hall. Shake it off, Hall. Been playing with that kid for 7 years. He's a good kid. I like that kid. He's all right. Zebra conference is done. And they're going to shove 5.5 minutes on the board here. I'm pretty sure. There it is. Confirmed. That's a 5-minute boarding call. So our boys are going to be down player for 5 minutes until the 7-minute mark. Even if they score, Jones stays in the hole. That is a serious infraction. Thanks again, Bangor, Maine. Whoever you are joining us up there, the Ranger Nation reaches all the way across the universe. and it's nice to have people from afar joining us for our conference here. We're at the World Arena, if you didn't know. The World Arena is an Olympic training site, and we get the benefit of the Olympic Arena here. It's a big ice sheet. A couple of players are down there battling. They're pushing back and forth, and that's going to come clear down the end here. Around the oval it goes. We'll get a line change, and now it's going to go the Rams' way. Hope Hall, the Ram player, is doing okay. Same corner. That's I'm going to call that violence corner over there. There's players getting in entanglements over there. Here come the Rams. I'm going to try to keep my heads up for Hall to come back. That's a shot. That counts as a shot from the midline. Here comes Rampart the other way. 22's showing some speed. Can't keep a handle on it though. That goes center. Now it's over to the violent corner. That goes up Ranger way. Just out of the reach of a breaking Bantal. Couldn't get it. Our boys are going to tag up. Here comes Saber off the pile. Give a chase. Skate on this arena, you're going to get a workout because it's a lot. Oh, almost hit Saber for a breakout. Saber's working back. He's got the puck, then he loses it. Now it's going to go Rams' way. Almost had Saber on a breakout. That would have been nice. That looked like a trip to me, but no call. Sharon's got it, and then he loses it. Saber's giving chase. Now Saber's got it, turns and shoots, just wide. Nice low trajectory shot. That gets lifted to Sharon. Just had one man to beat. It would have been one-on-one with the keeper. Hand is up, they wave it down. Violent corner, still producing some violence. Saber sends that all the way down, not on the keeper. It bounces off the inboard, enough for them to get a nice line change. 2 minutes, 21 seconds left on the penalty. 5-minute special. That almost took out a ref. He had to talk. That's a good way to give a feedback to the refs, right? Just fault the puck at them. That's how you get back at them. I'm sure it's been done, especially at the pro leagues. Britton's chasing this down. Tries to get it to a breaking Bailey. Couldn't quite connect the dot there, but good idea nonetheless. 2 minutes left on the penalty now. Bouncing around, Britton's got it. He's going to dump some seconds off the clock. Nice little play there. Drops back to time. Bradley pokes that ahead. Keeper had all day to get ready for that catch. Keeper down here on the Rams end is doing well. He's having a good game. Shot. That careens over to the corner, the non-violent one. Now it's chipping around, and Britton's going to poke that out. Still going. Bailey's got it. Got the B's mixed up. And now we got a penalty. Looks like we got a cross-check. Bailey was on the receiving end of that, and so we are going to have even strength for a minute and 11 seconds, and then we are going to have a power play for about 50 seconds. Good stuff. Okay, so 4-on-4 hockey for another minute, and then we will have a power play shortly. Bantal's got it. He's going to work it back to himself. Drops it to Black. No outlet, so he just rolls it around hard way. Here we go, shot, more. Pokes it right into the belly button of the keeper. Save 500. I tell you, man, that kid's he's hoovering a lot of pucks tonight. I'm gonna look for Paul. Don't see him. Hope he's all right. All right, we got Bantow giving chase over in the corner. That goes to Black, who lifts it to the center, but that juicy rebound goes to the corner. Oh, shot! Almost connected for a nice little crease shot there, but it just went right over his stick. That's going to go off the near side boards. Bantow's going to chase that in the corner. 4-on-4 hockey. Now we're about 9 seconds away from a power play. Shot gets picked up and it gets vaulted into the sky. Shot goes off the side of the net. That's in the center there. Sabre comes off the boards. Cross-ice pass goes just wide and Black couldn't contain it. He's going to go ahead and poke it back and we're going to get a line change. Bradley comes off the bench. They can ice it now for another 30 seconds. Sabre gives it up back there in the he's looking for a, oh, Sabre missed the outlet pass to Britton. Britton was wide open on the blue line. Sabre just didn't see him. But Britton was calling for it. Now they're set up. Shot goes off of the mid of the keeper. 7 more seconds. Sabre just centers it, goes through the crease. Nobody there to pick it up and poke it home. Here we go with a shot. Goes way wide. I mean, way high. Now we're in full strength again. Full strength. Sabre's got it. Dumps it to a breaking time. Gets a nice shot off, but the keeper worked that back, and we got an icing here. Flurry of activity didn't produce any results. 6 minutes on the clock. I am going to change ends here. Just a little bit. Bailey is getting some attention over here on the bench. He looks he's on one knee. He looks a little tender. I think he's all right. We'll get a report on him in a second. Coach went over there to say hello to him. Clark gets an outlet, but just for a moment because number 22 of the Rams chopped that down in the end. I believe I'm going to move. I think that would be a good thing. We're just going to film the offensive ends tonight. Why not? So I will move at the start of the third period. Puck drop right in front of us. The bearded zebra is going to do it. And we're back underway. Passing, and it's not connecting on the passes, especially the long cross ice ones. That extra footage matters. Here we go. Bantow loses the handle. He shoves it back. It plays right in front of us here. Rowe vaults that back to the blue line, and it goes the other way. Still uplifted on that last goal that we had. Sabre to Britton. That was a pretty sweet little play. Black works the oval. That goes center. And that's going to stay in for just a moment. Now it's going to go back the other way. We got a 3-on-1 here. Black's got it. Now he's got a little breakout. Oh, he couldn't put it home. That went right past the post. That was so close. Sweet little move by Black. And he just couldn't finish it. That goes 5-hole and in. Moore puts that from the blue line, which is 6 miles away, and it goes right through the 5-hole of the keeper for another score. Nice shot. Outstanding. Moore's going to go over to the line for some love. Good stuff from the blue line from Moore. It's really hard to keep a low trajectory shot going on from the blue line, especially blue line that's 6 miles out. And he did it. He kept a low trajectory and went right through 5-hole and put another point on the board. So now the score is 3-2. 3-2 is the score. All right, the Rams picked that up and they work it down. Jameis is there to set up on it. Jameis has had no work this period, none. I think he may have touched the puck maybe 3 times. So yes, I am going to move in the next period. Looks like Bailey's heading this way. He's got a splint on his right hand. I'm going to talk to him a little bit here. You okay, man?
It's broken.
It's broken?
Yeah.
Oh. Got a not so good report from Bailey. He's got a broken limb, it seems. His right wrist. He's got it split and he's walking to the locker room, clearly in pain. Clearly. That's not a great moment. He picked up a penalty, and when you break a wrist there, that is a painful deal. Really painful. Saber picks up Sharon, who's going to break it through, and Sharon picks up a penalty. Jameson's going to work through, and there's a touch-up. Saber picked up a breaking Sharon. Sharon was working down, and he got slashed on his wrist before he could get a good shot off. Okay, so back to Bailey. He's working his way back over to the locker room, and hats off to him. Yeah, it's a tough thing. Don't like to see that. I like healthy humans. Okay, so we got Bantow, we got Clark, that's going to go over to Clark. He's going to tee up a shot right now. No, he passed it. Very deceptive. Black's got it. Now Clark's got it again. They're working the outside zone. Players are going to shift. Clark's got it. Drops it to Black. A lot of passing there. Nice little save there by the keeper. Holy smokes. How did he get that? He did the splits. His players are going over and saying thank you very much. He saved the goal there for sure. Good stuff on that keeper. Showing some real flavor there. Same lineup. Got 1:40 seconds left on the clock for the penalty. 3 minutes on the clock for the period. Clark's got it. Just dangling there at the blue line. Dishes it over to Black. Black's been doing a really good job. Nice little shot there by Moore. He wants number 2. And he barely missed the 5-hole again. Another shot goes wide. That goes over to Bantow. He's going to break it back up to the line. I was saying just a minute ago, Black has been working the blue line really well today. He's been walking that line, and that's good stuff. Okay, so we got Britton, Sharon, Sass, Saber, and who's that last player? Bradley. Okay, everybody's moving into position here. We got 1:15 seconds left on the clock. I'd like to have another score. How about you? Saber's got it. He's walking the line. He's going to tee up a shot. Goes right to the pads of the keeper, but a good shot nonetheless. Nice low trajectory. Here comes another shot. The keeper picked that up too. Britton's got it over in the corner. He pops it back to the blue line. That's going to leak past. It's a foot race down there. Like Bradley's going to get there first. He picks it up and he's going to roll it up over the blue line. He's going on a solo effort here. See what happens here. He's going to go behind the keeper. Loses the handle there in the corner. The zebra's right in front of me. Get out of my way, zebra. 37 seconds left on the power play here. Nice little shot there by the team that's down one man. They worked it to a player that was right there in the center. Now Sharon's going to go at speed. Britton was calling for it, but didn't get it. Sharon has done that 3 times now and not successfully any one of the times. He comes down, he dangles right in front of the keeper, and he can't tap it home. Nice little shot there by Bantal. Sharon's got tons of speed coming down, and he breaks it to the center, and his taps have just missed wide each time. Britton was over there calling for it, but didn't get it. That's the second time Britton was standing on that blue line waiting for it. Players are just not picking up that open man. Bantal's in position. He pokes it back to the line. We've got 2 seconds left on this nice little hot shot. Gets picked up. Now they're full strength. Here comes that player off the bench. Another shot, low trajectory. That looked like a penalty. A lot of pushing and shoving right in front of the keeper. That might be the violent zone now. Here comes a hot shot through the zone. And a whistle happened, and I don't know why. Oh, the cage is off of its moorings. Like I said, there was a lot of violence going on the in the crease there. People are assaulting each other. The Rams keeper is having a phenomenal game, by the way. He's had umpteen saves. I've lost count, but the statometer broke like 10 minutes ago. Off the inboards, can't tap it home. It's bouncing around. Juicy rebound. Couldn't finish. That chips off the glass. Breaking player couldn't get it. Bantal shoves that to Gallagher, who's breaking through. Shot goes wide. There's Helen. He's battling for it in the corner. Gets it for a moment, goes back to the corner. Helen's got some more work to do. Helen's got it. Putting in more work. Oh, and a nice chip in by Gallagher! That was sweet! I don't know if he planned it or if he just got a stick on it. The zebra was in my way, but that careened off of Gallagher's stick and went to the back of the net for a score number 4. Yes! That was an excellent. Helen was putting in some really good work over there in the corner, and it vaulted out of there. He kept it in play for sure. I don't know who got the assist on that, but it tumbled to the center with 17 seconds left on the clock in the second period, and it went in. That is what we wanted. A 2-goal buffer going into the locker room. Doesn't suck. So this is going to wind down. We got 2-1. There's the horn right there, and that finished well for the LP Ranger squad. The score is 4-2. 4-2 is your score after 2. We're flying in missing man formation though, because Bailey he got bumped in the wrong direction, and his wrist is splinted, and I'm sure he's going to have to get that looked at tomorrow. I am sorry to see that, but we're going to play our best that we can in his honor. All right, so I am going to move to the other end. I'm going to move the camera, myself, the box, everything. So I'm going to go on mute for a few minutes. You're going to see the camera move, and we'll be back to you just in a little bit. Is it broken? Welcome back, me. I have moved, as you can see, to the south end of the arena. I'm right next to where the Zamboni gets parked. And I'm going to see if this is a apropos place. Camera over, just one more pan over, I think. See if that's more better. Might be. Can't go any more to the right because there's a lot of pock marks on the glass there, so you wouldn't be able to see anything. So we're going to go on this panel right here, I believe. I think this end board is working out a little bit better than where we were over there on the side view. The side view was terrible.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, we're going to go with this. See if this shoe fits. Well, Saber, our spotlight player of the game, he had a tremendous second period. He had that really nice dish to Britton. He picked him up right there in the crease, and Britton was able to poke that home. So that was good. As I typically do, I give you a little bit of history. I love doing this. So this day in history, January 31st. 13th Amendment passed. That was a big deal. That abolished slavery. I didn't know that. On January 31st, slavery was abolished. That was in 1865, a little while ago. Equally important, the Portuguese Republican Revolution. How could we miss that? Yeah, we're going to skip over that one. 1919, Jackie Robinson was the American baseball player. He was born breaking color barrier. Jeez, what's the difference on that? That happened in 1919, and many years prior, 1865, the 13th Amendment passed. Sometimes it takes humans to come around and just stop being political. Okay, 1943 Stalingrad surrender happened, and if you don't know anything about Stalingrad, that was a battle that went on for a long time, and it was brutal in every single way. People didn't fight for streets or territory, they fought floor to floor. It was crazy. 1949, first daytime soap opera. That occurred. It was called "These Are My Children." So that started the super soap opera dance that went on. It's still going on. It's launched a lot of careers. 1971, Apollo 14 was launched. That was a mission to the moon. Captain Shepard Jr., the first American into space, became the 7th man to walk on the lunar surface. It's going to happen again here really soon. The Artemis missions, so that's coming up. 1990, it took this long. First McDonald's opened up in Moscow. That broke down some barriers. Why not have a Big Mac and French fries over there in Moscow? It's everywhere else. 2000, Alaska Airlines Flight 261 crashed into the Pacific Ocean after experiencing mechanical issues, and that killed 88 people. Very unfortunate. That was back in 2000. Brexit 2020, the United Kingdom formally left the European Union more than 3 years after the country voted for it. It took 3 years to get out of it. So there's some interesting history for you, and I hope you enjoyed that little history lesson. We're going to get back underway here in a second. The Zamboni's done doing its work. People that were standing right next to me doing karate chops on each other, they have moved to another area of the facility too, so amen for that. Maybe next year we can get multiple camera angles for you. Wouldn't that be cool? You could pick your own camera. Maybe we could set that up. That'd be cool. Zamboni drivers scrooging in the area over here by the door. A lot of water that's collecting here. A lot. PBS. There's a lot of pooling water out there on the ice. That's going to capture up a lot of pucks. It's right in front of me, maybe 10, 15 feet out past the red line near the end line, and it's a substantial. It's like a lake out there. Players are gathering. I can see them now. They're in both doors, and I want to shout out again to Bangor, Maine for joining us from afar. Viewers everywhere just love Ranger hockey. Score is 4-2 Rangers as we start the third period. And here come the Ram squad. And I'm liking this camera angle. It's sure as heck better. Angle that you get over there at the stand. It's horrible. And since we were on the offensive end quite a bit in that last period, I thought we would continue that in this period. So hence I moved. I'm putting in some work too. All right, the doors are closed. And our boys are gathering. And looks like we're going to get Jones, Britton, Black, Clark, and Moore as the starting lineup for the third period. You can see that big sign down there at the end of on the north end of the arena, U.S. Olympic Training Site. There it is, right there. I was standing right below it, and I could see some more of the signage. You can see a lot of banners up here that calls out everything that's happened good in the world of hockey and figure skating and whatnot. Okay, our boys are circling. That's an icing call. So back it comes. Oh, they didn't even call it. All right, the hand was up. I thought they called it. I guess not. I think it's popped over to the corner. I'm going to work it back up to Clark. And here comes Britton, who shoves it to a breaking Helen, who couldn't get it through to him. Nice idea, though. Just needed to lead him a little bit more out of the reach of the defender. Black's got it. He's going to roll it up to Bradley. There's a halt right there at the blue line. Shot goes off the leg. Ouch. Shout out to Bailey. We're flying in missing man formation right now. Bailey, he took a hit, and he's going to have to nurse that arm back to health. That is a painful injury if you break a bone, especially there in the wrist. I did it once, almost blacked out. So shout out to him. Okay. Puck drop goes right into the back of the net. Black popped that home from the blue line. It got caught up in traffic. I couldn't see it because it was behind the zebra, but that went almost bar down. No, that was Bradley. Bradley poked that home. Nice little shot there. I just saw it drop down to the back of the net, so we got another one. 5-2 is the score. Good job, Bradley. Picks up another stat. That's a minute and 9 seconds into the third period, so the score is 5-2 Rangers. Good stuff. Puck's bouncing around over there in the corner. Players are leaping for it. It's chopping around. Can't get it out of the zone just yet. Now they do. Now it's going to work through the neutral zone. Gallagher's going to go and chop that in, and they're going to get a line change. Out comes Black. Bradley Faber comes belching off of the bench. He wants some flavor. Van Tau's got it. He does a big circle. He's going to drop it back to Moore. He's going to work it through. Almost another score. Here comes another shot. Gets ricocheted over to the back wall. Saber chops that back over to a player. Ram just shoves it ahead. They're going to go for a line change. Fresh legs coming off of coming over the boards for them. Saber tipped it, and they didn't let it go. Looked like he hit it, but they said no. It went right through his legs. Ugh. I'm gonna yawn in your ear. How about that? Okay, there's the face-off. Goes right to Black's stick. He rolls it behind the keeper. Saber's breaking there and almost had a breakout. Very close. It careened off of his stick. He couldn't control it. And it popped down to the keeper who covered. Nice idea. Defensive line change. The offense stays the same. Saber works that to the center. Another shot by Sharon. Goes into the chest of the keeper. The keeper's having a great game, even though it's five scores down. My hat's off to that Rams keeper. He's doing well over there. Saber, round 2 on the face-off. Wins it for a moment. Goes back to the Ram player. Sass is there. Can't get it. They got to escape the zone. Gets tripped. There's an offsides. True the penalty, so we're going to go on the power play here. This one's brought to you by the restaurant with one good item only menu. Everything else tastes like cardboard, but that one thing is amazing, so you just keep coming back for more of that. Restaurant with the one good item menu. You know the one. All right. 5-on-4 hockey in our favor. We'll take it. See if we can't get another stat. Everybody's set up. Britton's going to take the face off. Sass, Sharon drops back to Saber. Works it over to Bradley. Let's see if he can get another one. Hot shot. Goes right into the mid. Nice pickup by that keeper. Wow. They worked it around the horn. Got a really good sizzling shot off. Okay, we're set back up. That spilled 6 seconds off the clock. That dumps to Saber. He pops it over to Sharon, works it back over to Bradley. He's going to tee up another shot. Keeper gets another stat. That goes over to Saber. He drops it back to Sharon, works it back over to Bradley. He's got all the time in the world. He does a little juke move. That pops right off of Sass's face. Ouch. Sharon's got it on the point. Rolls it over to Saber. Works it back over to Bradley. Too hot for him to handle it. It bounces down to the other end. That's going to work back to Sharon. He's got speed. He's looking for some action there. Works it over to Saber. Goes around that player. Looking for an outlet. He's got it. Chip pass right to Gallagher, who should pop it home. That goes up into the netting. That almost dislodged that little puck. It's stuck up there for a while. It's right above my head. Good little session there by that line. They had some pretty good chemistry. Saber worked right through the crease there. Gallagher almost popped it home. Good idea. We got another minute of power play. 13 minutes on the clock in the third period. A Ram player gets dumped on his face right in front of the keeper. That goes over here. Looking for an outlet. Black's got it. He rolls it to the corner. Moore's got it. There's a kid that's from the Rams that's on his butt doing a spin out. Oh, way high. If only the net was up way high like that. That's going to work back. We got another penalty here. It's going to be another 5-on-3 action. If they stop, Jamison goes to the bench. We've still got it in play here. Sass comes off the bench. He's going to roll on the shot. Hands still up for the penalty. They keep it in the zone. Sass, another hot shot, goes wide. They do the touch-up, so there's the whistle. There's 1 second on the clock for a 5-on-3, and then we're going to get another 2 minutes on the penalty kill. Let's have another fun one. This one's going to be brought to you by the Competitive Napping League. We're the fastest growing sport you never heard of because everyone's asleep. competitive napping. Rest is our competitive advantage. Eating anything. Okay, the Zebras are talking to the bald-headed coach over there on the Rams squad. And the appeal is rejected. So, here we go with the puck drop. And Britton's there. Been doing well on the face-offs. He was right in my line of sight, which stunted my ability to see the last goal. Saber's going to drop back. He's going to work that over to Bradley, who's going to roll it up himself. Gains the zone, swirls back to the blue line. Rolls it over to Sharon. Sharon, nice little low shot. Pad save. That left pillow's putting in some work over there. I think goes hard around to Bradley. Saber set up over there. Works it over to Sharon. Drops it to Saber. Hot shot! Very nice shot by Saber. Still battling for it. Everybody's getting pushed around. There's a cross check in the back. Britton, the penalty magnet. Let's see what they say about this. Really nice one-timer by Saber, our spotlight player of the game. And went off the right pad of that keeper. He's skating right in front of us here. He's having a hell of a game, I tell you. That line gets changed out. Now we got Moore, Van Tau. We got Clark and Gallagher, one of our goal scorers tonight. Black's back there on the blue line. Oh, that kid just blew a tire. We got another minute and 10 seconds to show some flavor on this power play. Here comes a shot short side, shipping around. Van Tau's going to try to work that into the center. That goes off the side of the cage. Working through traffic. Nice little stick there by Gallagher. Keeps it in the zone. Right in the violent corner now. Comes Moore. Nice little cross-ice pass to Clark Barr. He's got it. Rolling on a solo effort. Moore takes a lot of time to get that teed up. Nice little shot. Just goes a little high. Still in the zone. We're getting some good shots here. Nice little back and forth action there by Clark. Rolling around. He gets it over to the fan side boards, I'll call it. Clark pops it back over to Black. He's skating down the boards, trying to shake that player. Looking for a lane for a pass. Goes behind the keeper. Nobody there. Rolls it back to Moore. He's going to get a shot off. It goes right to the back. And that goes into the net. Gallagher picks up the trash and takes it out. Juicy rebound. It came off of not the keeper. It went off another player's back, and it bounced into a plug right onto Gallagher's stick, and he's working on a hat trick here. Keep that kid out there. I'd like to see a hat trick before the end of the night. So 6-2 is the score. 10 minutes and 20 seconds on the clock. Keeper couldn't pick that up. He didn't know where it was. He couldn't see it. It was behind the other player, and Gallagher was there to take the trash out. Good stuff. First touch by Jamison this period. He touched it and just fanned it off. Oh, there's a trip. No call. And didn't go up. The coaches are hollering for it. But no go. Jamison had to put in some more work there. Now he can get back in his hammock. Jones has got it, and that's going to roll behind the keeper. And here comes Britton, working down through the center. Nice little swaying back and forth. Little play through the legs there. That's had some flavor. Goes behind the keeper. Gets bounced around. Helens there. He's swatting at it from his knees. It rolls behind the keeper. Back out to the blue line. They keep it in the zone. Black's got it. He's going to gobble that up and shoot it around, hard around. That chips out of the zone. Neutral zone has been controlled almost all by LP this game. If you win the neutral zone, you're going to win the game. So, good stuff. Let's rolling around. Sharon, Sabres up on the blue line, waiting to get a pass. He's still waiting. Wide open over there on the far side. Sabres got a stick on it. Now he's giving chase. So is Sharon. They both cut that off. Sharon pops that off of another player's stick. Black's going to roll that in. Sass giving chase. He wins the argument. Sabre says, "Oh, I'll take that." Nice little play there by Sabre. Finds a breaking Sharon, and Sharon didn't get all of that one, but still, they picked up each other, and Sabre. It's funny. Sass is over there tangled up with another player, and Sabre went over and said, "Oh, I got it," and he rolled it behind the keeper and found an outlet pass to Sharon. Sharon just couldn't connect with that puck, almost. 8 minutes left on the clock in the third period. We're 6-2. 6-2. Boys are playing well tonight. Up the boards it goes. Almost a breakout. Looked like a trip, but no call. That's going to go clear down. The hand is not up, so no icing. There's Rowe. He's giving chase from the back. Moore's just going to roll that down off the end board. Good idea. Van Tow's there to collect it. Our boys are showing some spirit here. Part around goes all the way around. A couple players come together over there. There's Bennett. Bennett got called up today. That's a juicy rebound, but no one was there to stick it home. Nice idea by Time to keep it in. He stretched out to pop that thing forward and kept the zone for just a hot second. Still no work for Jamison. It is within 10 feet of his proximity though, so he had to get down on his knees a little bit. Hope he didn't pull a muscle. Here comes Clark. With speed, gets a nice shot off, and it ricochets off of the pad of the keeper. Nice little play there. The stick side for Clark because he's left-handed. And that rolls to Britton. Nice little centering pass, but it goes to a Ram instead of an LP player. Still working around. There's Bradley. He just pins it against the boards down there. Who's going to dig that thing out? Britton almost had it. Now it's going to go back the other way. Trip, hand goes up. We're going to go another power play here. And why not? At the 6-minute point. Bradley drew that charge. So another Ram player to the hole. This was brought to you by the Professional Couch Sitting Association. We certify professionals in the ancient art of sitting on furniture and not moving. It goes back way far. Professional couch sitting where champions are made one cushion at a time. Six minutes on the clock in the third period. 6-2. Zebras are swirling around. They're looking for something to feed on. Now they break up. There's the whistle. The bearded zebra's going to do the puck drop. He's doing them all tonight. Rolls to the end board. There's Gallagher. Giving chase. He's going to roll it back to Moore. Soft. And we got a puck here. There you go. Yeah. I got into the play. There was a puck that rolled over and hit my feet, and that's kind of cool. I got to get some puck action. All right, back to the game. Moore gets a shot off. It goes off the shoulder of the keeper. Back and forth. Gallagher to Moore. Goes back to Clark. Our boys have been really containing the zone well tonight. Clark rolls it over to Black. Pops a shot off. It gets lost in traffic. Still got it though. Black is down there on the inboard. Almost got a wraparound. Shot, ouch, goes in the back of the player again. Too much meat in the middle. Gonna have to do some misdirection. Still in the zone. Clark's got it. Doing a good job maintaining the zone. Black's looking for it. Clark's still swizzling around. Backhand shot goes just wide. Moore's got it. Sass is out there in the corner. Now he's got the puck. Nice little juke move. Here comes Britton. Goes all the way across. Nice saucer pass. Takes a minute to get there because this arena is so big. Britton fires a shot. Goes off a player. Bradley chips one ahead. That's what you want to do. Misdirection. Saber rolls into the scene. Stick lift to Sass. Bradley's got it. Bradley and Saber are going to switch. Bradley dumps it to Saber, but misses his stick. Saber hot shot to Sharon. Now Bradley's got it just out of his reach. Britton's getting mangled in the middle. The ref had his whistle on. Now they're talking with each other. Saber got crammed into the boards. They might call a penalty. I don't know. This is right in front of us here. Saber picks himself up. Rowe is out there for a moment. Now Saber's getting into position here. Bradley and Saber are talking. And yeah, they did call a penalty. Another 2 minutes. The Rams have had a lot of penalties this period. They called that one late. The hand went up. The ref dropped an F-bomb. And he thought about it and he eventually did call it. So there you go. That gets rolled all the way down to the end. No interest from the Rams to go down there. Here comes Saber. Super speed. He gets a shot off. Nice little play there. Saber rolled into the zone and said, I'll do it. Saber through the middle. Gets another really high shot. Goes up back into the back glass. A couple of shots by Saber. Bradley's got it. Now he's going to shot him out. There goes Kareem. He's got it. Saber almost, and then it gets poked home by Britton through the 5-hole. That's the second goal of the game right there from Britton. He got the rebound, and he worked it through the 5-hole. There we go, Britton. He's excited. 2 points for Britton tonight. Saber had an opportunity, and it bounced off of the keeper. Worked back to Britton's stick, and he just rolled it on in. That power play paid off. 7-2 is the score. 3 minutes left. What we want to do now is just have no more injuries. No injuries, please. Here comes Bennett. He's going to get some minutes. Okay, Rose there to get a face off. Drops, and he's giving chase. The Rams have got it for the moment. Jameson, man, he had to get some smelling salts on that kid. He's had no action down there. Not even there. 7-2 is the score. We're sub 3 minutes. That's a score. Rams poked one home, so I spoke too soon. They get a short-handed score. Oh, we've got one guy in the hole. I guess there was a penalty there. did not pick up, but they got a score, so that should get us back to 5-on-4, 5-on-5 hockey. Sabres out there with Sass and Sharon. That rolls the Rams' way. Rangers are hunting. That was a weird play there. Sabre wants one. Jamison actually has to make a save. Piece of lumber flying around over there. It was a Rams player that lost a stick. Black's got it. He's going to do a hard around. Weird bounce again by the yellow board. Sass works it into the zone but loses it almost immediately. 3-7. Oh, that Ram player, he wiped out down there. He went flying into the boards. Still letting the penalty run. I wonder if that kid's still in there. I don't know. Maybe. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, he's still in the hole. He must have had an egregious penalty. I don't know. Here comes Sharon. Still got it. Sabres breaking rhythm. Sharon makes it all the way down to the end without being harassed. Sabres centering pass. Van Taal's got it. He switches places with Sabre. Bradley's got it. Sabre works in the middle. Goes way high. We are 5-on-5 hockey here. Shot. Keeper gets another stab. I've got not much power left, it looks like. Anyway, still underway here. I think it's still Saturday. Helen's got it. Losing it off the end boards. Gets a 32, nice little shove it back. And down it goes to Bradley. 1 minute remaining. Isn't that what they always say at the NHL? 1 minute remaining. I don't do it here. Here comes Gallagher, one of our goal scorers tonight. He's going to go to the inboard. Here goes Van Taal. He's going to work to the center, gets a shot off, but if the keeper shut that angle down. Back to the corner it goes, and it's going to chip out of the zone. So that's going to probably end our. The hand is up. Somebody else is going to go to the hole. Really bouncing around and over there. A little late game violence here. Helen's got his hands up like he robbed the bank. Who is going to go to the hole? It's one of the Rangers. I think Helen's working his way over there. Let's see. No, it's number 25 of the Rams. But I think the Zebras are going to throw Helen in the hole too. Yeah, there he goes. They open the door for Helen. Welcome to the box. So a couple of guys go in there. They were roughhousing over there. Hey, why not? Hockey is not a delicate sport. We got 15 seconds left on the clock. 5-on-5 hockey. These two guys went to the hole. Shot. Bouncing around in a really dangerous spot. Bennett had his stick taken away. Another shot. Britton's battling for it. Wants another one. He wants the hat trick. And there goes the horn. No can do. All right. There's a W. We will take it. 7-3 is your final score. Jamison down here getting collecting some affection. Everybody's happy tonight. Nice Saturday night for us all here in Ranger Nation. Appreciate you joining us tonight for another installation of Ranger hockey. Here come the 15 coaches for the Rams. I commented on that right before the third period. Look at all those guys. Like 20 of them. Anyway, the boys are lined up to give a Give a high five and a forearm bash to the Rams. Hats off to the Rams keeper. He had a lights out game. Really good stuff. Our squad showed up. They started poking some things past that rock star keeper. And proud of everybody out there tonight. Fortunately, had an injury. Bailey went down. He suffered a broken arm. It would seem. He said it was broken. I didn't. I'm not a doctor, so I can't say one way or the other. But we're going to call him out. He's our player of the game in Ascension. Too bad that he took that hit. But our boys get a W, a much needed one. We should have had one last night too, but they just couldn't poke it home. So we go 1-1 this weekend, and it's better than 0-2. Okay, I'm going to pack up here. Everybody's swirling around. Looks like we're going to gather at center ice. And again, appreciate you being here with us tonight. It's great having you, and we've probably got some more games next week. I need to be looking at that so I can call them out at the end of the game. But anyway, really great having you. Bangor, Maine, shout out to you. Really appreciate you having you aboard here. And everybody else, have a safe and happy Sunday. Good stuff. All right. Over to